Hello everyone, my name is Tomasz Kisilewicz and I'm a game director of The Altars, and I'm joined here today by my friend Marcin.
Hello, I'm Marcin Łazowski. I'm a senior designer on The Altars, and today we'll be showing you a section of the second chapter of the game to showcase some of the main gameplay mechanics.
Right, so we are right now with our main character Jan outside of the base, exploring the area, and we are stuck here. We are trying to outrun the rising scorching sun. We have 27 days to escape from here, and we're looking for a safe route. So what are we looking at right now?
During exploration, we've encountered these loose rocks that look like they can be taken care of, and for that we can create a drill. But we don't have the resources yet, so we will be looking around the planet, scouting for some of those.
Yeah, you can already see some of the structures that we've already built, but in order to expand our excavation, we need to gather more resources. Right now, this blue light, it indicates one of the basic resources that we gather, the organics.
Yes, and this is a shallow deposit, which means we can extract it immediately. And it's actually one of two deposits that we can find on the planet. And right now we're gonna look for the other one, which is a deep deposit. And here on our screen we have detected a deep deposit of enriched metals and also regular metals in the distance. We're gonna approach them to learn more. The thing about the enriched metals is that they're very efficient. However, we are not ready to refine them in our base. We're gonna need some additional equipment first.
But the other thing about enriched metals is that they occur in highly radiated areas, and working here may be deadly for Jan or whoever else could be working there. So let's focus on the regular metals for now.
Yeah, and in our game, when we reach this area of a deep deposit, we have to actually look for it underground, and for that we're using the polygonal scanner. This tool allows us to create a sort of window into the underground topology of the resource, and by placing these probes we can look for the presence or the deepness of this deposit.
Yeah, the other thing we can also use while scanning for the resource is something called scan wave, and we are spending our suit energy in order to find the exact direction of the material. So let's spend it here. Yeah, and I think it's narrowing down. We're pretty close. I think one more probe should help us. There we go. We have our metal scanned, and right now we can place here the mining outpost.
Yeah, let's put it down. But before we actually can use it, we'll have to connect it with the base. And in order to do that, we can use a structure called pylons. These are structures we can place anywhere on the planet. You can see one right there, and they connect to each other automatically. So we can now use one to connect our network with the mining outpost. And throughout the game, the player sort of captures this unfamiliar planet inch by inch by claiming it with their web of structures.
Okay, so we have our pylon placed, the mining outpost is connected to the base, and we can start working here. And the crucial thing about working, about doing any kind of tasks in the altars is that we are spending time. The time speeds up, and obviously there are many tasks we have to handle. We can't do it all by ourselves.
Actually, one of our altars is calling us right now. I can see it's the miner. He has a problem with his arm. Let's finish excavating. There's also radiation coming, which is not good for us. So let's get back to the base quickly. The radiation always comes at night, and it's not a good idea to stay outside.
So, as mentioned before, we have our altars waiting for us in the base, and we can't do everything by ourselves. The time is running, and we had to outrun the sun, so we brought ourselves this helping hands on board in the shape and form of the altars, the alternative versions of ourselves who made some different choices in their lives. And right now there are different versions of main Jan with different skill sets, but also with different personalities. Let's meet them.
Hey, you wanted to talk about something?
Yeah,
What is it?
I need something to
You know, keep me going. I feel like shit. What do you mean? The arm that I lost in an accident. It's weird, but it hurts. I mean, fuck, it hurts.
Yeah, so the thing you should know about the miner is that in his life path, he made some choices that led him to losing an arm in an accident. But ever since he's been created in the copy of our body, he's experiencing this kind of reversed phantom pain. Let's ask him more about that.
Phantom pain supposed to work the other way around? Like if you had an arm and then you lost it, then it hurts. What? I don't know. It's your arm, not mine.
I don't think he liked what you said to him.
Here, I am not some kind.
Yeah, he's definitely a bit angry.
It hurts. It really fucking hurts. All right.
As you could see, each choice we make in the game is influencing the emotions of our alters. We just made him a bit angry, so let's tell him now that we believe him to calm him down a little bit.
Okay, calm down. I believe you. All right, so you know there's only one way to deal with it, right? Numb the son of a bitch.
Yeah, and that had like an immediate positive effect on his emotions.
Tramadol, hydrocodone, codeine.
Yeah, he's asking for meds.
Shit you doped me with before.
He looks like, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about.
The other thing we should know about Miner is that we learn he had a history of drug abuse in his life, so we should be careful about it.
But we also just built a mine, and he's a miner. We need him for our economy, so I say we should give him those meds.
All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Just don't go too.
And he's immediately happy about it.
Be addictive. Like I don't know that. I hit rock bottom in my life more than once, but I ain't going back down there. Learn my lessons. Don't you worry your ugly ass.
Okay, let's get back to clearing this obstacle we found outside. Here is the workshop in which we can craft all sorts of items for our base and also tools. One of them is this drill. I'm gonna schedule it and then I can create it using the workbench, which also costs me time. It's getting quite late. I can see I'm tired, but I'm gonna push through to finish this. And on my resource bar, I also see that we don't have any food for the next day. We should take care of that, or...
Yeah, I think we can schedule the work for tomorrow, and we can either work on it by ourselves or let somebody else take this task from us. So we can put some mush into the queue, yeah, and we'll decide on who's gonna work on it tomorrow. Let's go to sleep right now.
And whenever you go to sleep, you can select the hour at which you will wake up. This influences how much energy you have for the next day. I'm gonna go with 8.
Yeah, 8 seems fine. Okay, so another day in paradise. What are we gonna do today?
Well, we just got a notification that our alters are starving. Oh.
Yeah, and technician is calling us. Now, whenever something happens to alters, they want us to address something, they can call us in. Maybe that's something about them starving, but we're working on it.
Whoa, you look tired, man. Everything okay? I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with sleeping on the floor.
Oh yeah, we could see them sleeping on the kitchen floor yesterday.
You have your cozy captain's bed.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. We also saw some frustration building up in him, so we can make a promise to deal with this problem for him.
Proper dorm. Sounds like a promise.
So we've made a promise, and now maybe we should deliver it. We've got this new optional task to build a dormitory.
Yeah, but you know, we've been influencing their emotions for a moment. I want to show you how we can check them inside the alters tab. Here we can take a glimpse inside of the heads of our alters. We can see that the technician is frustrated, well, which is clearly because of what we've seen just now. The scientist is motivated, and the miner seems to be filled with gloom. All right, this is something we should have in the back of our heads while we play.
Yeah, I think building up this dormitory could be a good start. to making them a little bit more happy about the situation. So let's see our base building mode. What do we need to do? What do we need to prepare in order to place this dormitory?
Here we have the base building tools we have. We can rearrange any module we want freely, edit them, remove them, and also build new ones. I can see that the dormitory costs us 4 metals, which we don't have right now. So we will need to take care of that. But of course, we don't need to do everything alone. That's why we have our altars.
Yeah, let's assign them to some tasks. We've got our miner. Let him mine the metals outside.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna put the scientist in the kitchen. And it looks good.
All right, we have the queue for foods prepared, so they can work on it. We've sent technician to the organics, and we can focus on our task of going through the rocks.
Here's the map of the area we've discovered so far, and you can even see the mining outpost we've just placed. We can use that as a fast travel point, but right now I think we should exit through the airlock of our base.
Okay, so let's check on those loose rocks that we've seen yesterday. You see, whenever you enter new biome in the game, you're starting a new chapter, the surroundings are completely desolate and you have to figure out where to go. You can roam freely around, find some new ways, establish new goals for yourself, and figure out what do you need to do in order to push through, like with this drill. We found these loose rocks, we created an item, and right now we can unlock another part of the level. So let's melt these rocks and see what's on the other side.
Okay, we've unlocked this new area. Let's see what we have. There's a cave, and there's a shallow deposit of metals, which is very handy.
Yeah, we need them. We need them to build dormitory. They are very basic resource, so let's dig them out. But let's see what's up on this hilltop. Okay, let's check the hilltop right now.
Okay. This is not good.
Yeah, so just like Jan said, it doesn't look good. We need to move our mobile base before the sun reaches us, and right now we are stuck. We are surrounded by this river of lava. So we will have to figure out a plan B, but fortunately we unlocked for ourselves the next section of the map, and we can explore a little more here.
Yeah, we have to keep exploring. We've got this new path. On the left I can see that there's a deep deposit of a new resource. And here we're coming to a crossroads. There's another pile of loose rocks on the left and a climb on the right. We don't have a drill charge right now, but what we can do is access our workshop remotely and schedule a drill to be made by one of our altars. So I'm going to do that, and then let's assign the technician to the workshop, and soon we will have a new drill charge.
Yeah, so I think this is an interesting point that we would like to go back later, and we actually can build something called travel pylon, which allows us to fast travel to any point on the map wherever we build the structure. It requires us to connect it with the already existing pylons web. So let's try to connect them, and it will allow us to go back here once we have the drill cartridges produced. Let's put one somewhere here. There is the entrance to the cave that we discovered earlier. We can check that out later.
Yeah, you can see that we see the possible connections. So you could aim for efficiency. Oh, I think this is what you're trying to do right now.
Yeah, you can't be too efficient.
Yeah.
You can't hit the obstacles.
And you can always pick them up and redeploy them if you want to optimize later. But you don't have to.
Yeah, we have enough pylon components to place them right now. Okay, so we have our fast travel spot established, but let's see the cave, the entrance to the cave we saw before. We can see the rock formations at the entrance and this kind of weird glitch, we call this glitch crystal, it actually indicates the places where you can find Rapidium. Now this is the crucial resource for the whole story in the altars. It allows Jan to create these biological copies of his body in a matter of hours. It speeds up the biological process, and it's actually something very precious for the corporation that sent us on this mission. We see the deep deposit here, but we don't have the mining outpost to establish here, so let's look around.
It's a good idea to look around the deep deposits because sometimes you can find shallow deposits around. I think we could use the drill charge that just got created to take a look around. Okay, let's see what's around the corner. I see the glitch effect.
Okay, wait a second. We've got like a notification in the bottom left corner that the miner had an accident. So maybe we should check on him. We can do it immediately, or...
Actually, I think I'm gonna take this Rapidium. It's always useful to have it.
All right. Yeah, in the altar spanner in the top left corner, we can see where they are, what they are doing right now. We see that the miner, he get back to the base, and we also got this notification about his accident. So I would assume it has something to do with the drugs we let him have, with the medicine he was taking. But let's meet him, let's talk to him.
Okay, let's see where he is. He's moved to the kitchen.
I heard you had an accident. What happened? What? Oh, it's nothing. Just a scratch.
Okay, so he's clearly undermining what's happened to him.
Yeah, I don't think these meds are helping him that much. And let's challenge him on his overuse of that.
Yeah. Shit happens more often to people on opioids. What are you trying to say, huh? I told you. It was a regular accident. No one died.
We are now faced with a choice. We could take him off the meds or let him have them. And this is one of the choices you have to make in the storyline of this altar. Today, I'm gonna take him off the meds.
I think this is a wake-up call. I'm taking you off the meds. What? No. Trust me.
Okay, so he's clearly furious about it, and we can see like his emotions are really strong right now, like the visual stimuli of the emotions that we see during the dialogue. They have different scale, the different colors, so we can see that, you know, our decision right now, like emotionally, it influenced him strongly.
If you stop working, you'll probably die. We all will. Oh man, that sucks so much.
And even more negative stimuli. So, of course, we did something against his will that, you know, affects him in a strong emotional way. So I just hope he will get better and we can avoid having more accidents.
Just wait it out, it will pass. Go to hell.
Okay, so that definitely made him furious.
Yeah, let's check his emotional state in the Altars tab. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of feelings of rebellion and frustration. In the event log, you can see his what pissed him off.
The technician is also still quite frustrated. Maybe let's build him that dormitory.
Yeah, we have enough metals, but I don't think we have enough space. This is quite a huge module. We could create a new floor with the elevator, but let's try and rearrange the base. Maybe we can save some space if we move some stuff around. These storages could be spread out more cleanly. Yeah, and I think we can use this one to set up a new floor. There we go.
All right, So we have our task completed.
They have a place to sleep. It's getting late. I think it's time to go to bed as well.
Right, let's go to sleep and let's see what tomorrow has in store for us. So we have another day, and I think we should get back to exploring the planet.
We have a notification that the technician and scientists are arguing. You see, your alters not only have different skills, but also different personalities and different worldviews. So sometimes they will clash if they do not agree with each other. And this is one of those moments.
Yeah, clearly the scientist, who is very focused on the mission, he wants us to save resources, not waste it on better food. But technician, on the other hand, he cares about well-being of his and his foes. So I think we should give it to him for now. We know he's frustrated. The thing is, right now we made a promise, another additional task that we will have to complete if we want to deliver that promise and improve his emotional state.
Let's prepare work for the day. We have a few resources from yesterday. We could create some repair kits. That's useful in case the base gets deteriorated. What else can we have?
I guess some radiation filters would be nice.
Okay.
Okay, they want us to prepare quality food, but we don't have resources for that. Also, we don't have any resources for food. So we need someone working on the organics.
Yeah, and you can see that the miner is not going to be very efficient today because of his horrible mood. But we still need those metals, so let's put him on the outpost.
Yeah, it's important to remember that the emotional state of the alters, it affects their efficiency. So if we want to be productive, we always have to care about it. All right, we can right now use the travel pylon that we've built yesterday to fast travel. And let's keep exploring.
Okay. There's a path on the right here. Let's check this out. We see another deposit of shallow metals. This will come in handy.
More rocks to drill through.
And a different kind of obstacle. This one requires us to have a climbing hook, which we don't have right now. It's something we can create in the workshop later. But for now, let's take those metals.
Yeah, we should create that climbing hook. It's a handy tool, but whenever you're using it later on, it requires the suit energy, so we have to be prepared for that as well. Okay, let's see what can we craft. Can we do that hook or?
Yeah, we have a bunch of metals now.
Yeah, we could use a drill cartridge to go for these loose rocks.
Yeah, we have 0 outposts, so that's also good to create. We don't have organics.
Definitely no climbing hook right now.
But we could do a radiation filter for the base. Okay, let's drill to the rocks.
Yeah, we have one drill cartridge, so we can go through here. Let's melt it.
Okay, what's on the other side? There's some floating rocks.
Floating rocks, yeah, be careful. Yeah, and now we encountered something new, something we call radiation anomalies. Whenever you see these floating rocks and it indicates they are here, we have something called anomaly detector.
Yeah, this is a tool that you can deploy on the ground, and it emits a wave that detects these anomalies and makes them visible for a moment. And by placing them, you can also see that the light on the detector changes. If it's a safe passage, it will be green, and if you place it too close, it's gonna be red.
Yeah, you have to be careful about these anomalies because there is a radiation gauge in the bottom left corner. Whenever you come across these anomalies, it raises up, so when it fills up, you're gonna die You have to be careful about it. That's also why we care about radiation filters in the base. It lets us decrease the amount of radiation when we're sleeping inside our base.
Okay. I'm gonna place a couple more. Looks like it's safe to go through here. And I think we're approaching this deep deposit that we detected earlier.
Yeah, we're safe here, no more floating rocks. We could start scanning here, but it's getting quite late. I would like to try to see what's here.
This looks like a cargo container that crashed here. We can find these throughout the game, and usually they contain useful upgrades or some personal items that Jan was supposed to take with him on the mission. Let's see what's in this one.
Yeah, just be careful about the anomalies. And yeah, these are things that belong to Jan, personal items, but interesting thing about them is if they come from a part of his life that he shares with his alters, he can give it to them and improve their emotional state at the moment.
Okay, I've just run out of anomaly detectors. It's getting late. This path on the right is full of floating rocks. I don't think it's safe right now.
Yeah, we're out of the detectors. Also going back might be risky, even using these breadcrumbs we've prepared. But let's see that path. We can see the base in the distance. The important thing while exploring is that we can unlock new shortcuts. We can find new paths that will allow us to put pylons, fast travel stations, and expand this web we're creating.
Okay, the radiation is coming. It's very dangerous to stay out at night on this planet, so we should hurry up and get back to base.
Yeah, we always get a warning 1 hour before the radiation spike comes in, so we have to hurry and get back to the base. We have just a few minutes, but fortunately we got this shortcut. We can use the mining station we prepared before and use fast travel. So in this way you can see how expanding the infrastructure, it helps us navigate through the dangers of the planet.
I see we have a call notification in the bottom left corner of the screen. That means we have a call awaiting in the communication center. Let's go see who's calling us.
Yeah, let's see, the communication room is on the left. We also can see that the workshop is deteriorating, so we'll have to take care of it later on. Yeah, so let's see who's contacting us. We are getting calls from the corporation, and Lucas is our main contact, our first point of contact from the LA Corp.
Other than Rapidium?
Yes. Your wife. Ex-wife.
Lena? What happened?
Oh, nothing. It's just that, someone from the board informed her about your status, and it's gotten a little nervy. You know she can't find out about the altars, right?
So, an important thing to mention here is that Jan's ex-wife, Lena, she's working in the same corporation, and obviously because of the crash landing that Jan had, she's trying to contact us. She obviously wants to help, but creating the altars is something that our superiors from the corporation asked us to keep a secret, at least for now. So Jan needs to be very careful with how much information he passes to Lena when she contacts him.
There is a problem though. At this point in the game, Jan has already spoken with Lena once, and it was obvious that they have some unresolved issues between them. Jan really isn't the best at talking to her.
Especially if it's coming from my mouth.
Oh. Well, then maybe just, I don't know, reassure her? Like say everything is fine and you need focus time, stuff like that?
Yeah, so just as mentioned before, we've already seen how Jan and Lena talked, and we can expect it's not gonna end up well next time.
No. Me and Lena talking always ends up in an ugly row. I don't want to go through that again. We just don't understand each other anymore.
Oh, that sucks. Still, we definitely need to solve this problem. Hey, how about this? Listen, I know it sounds crazy, but what if maybe There's an alter of yours out there who would know how to talk to her.
What? You mean...
Yeah. Someone... a you that has an understanding with her?
Huh. Interesting.
Just give it a shot, Jan. We really can't let anyone find out. It's for your own good.
You guys seem to be worrying about my good a lot.
I hope you don't doubt that, Jan. I gotta go offline now. Best of luck. L7 out.
Our alters have made different choices in their lives compared to Jan, so it's entirely possible that they know more about Lena. So let's ask around.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about Lena. Go ahead, then. Ask? Do you know her? No. Seriously? I wish you could see your face.
Okay, so
I
it seems technician used it as a chance to make fun of us, but he doesn't have any important information, and that actually makes sense because his life path, it branches from Jan's life path quite early in their life. He didn't have a chance to meet Lena. But the scientist, on the other hand, he branched out much later, so let's ask him about it.
Hey, I wanted to ask you about Lena. Lena Burke. Right on. She had a promising career. I wonder what happened to her. So you didn't marry her? Marry? Come on. We both had much more interesting things to do with our lives. And different things too. You know how it is. When people evolve, their priorities change, and all of a sudden, you just realize that if you held on, you'd only be in each other's way.
Yeah, that's one of these moments when we can clearly see the differences between Jan and his alters, and we can see their different views on life, on love. We can use it as a chance to know them better, but also to get some important information for us.
How did love work out for you and Lena? Married. Then we divorced. Thank you for sparing me the sorry part in between. I suppose this concise story proves that it was never meant to be whatever either of us did. Fair point, I guess. Glad I could help.
Yeah, so scientist is usually happy when we agree with him on something.
Yeah. I don't think we have to bother the miner because he branched off at a similar moment as the technician. And we've been talking about branching and different life paths a lot. Let's actually see what it's all about by accessing the tree of life in the quantum computer.
So this is the tree of life, the place where we can see a life path of our main Jan, but also some crucial decisions that made him who he is. And changing those moments of decision allow us to create alters.
Now, let's find the moment in Jan's life when he met Lena. We already know this happened during their university years, so let's go back a bit. Here we can see the moment that they met. Afterwards, they moved in together. And here is the moment where the scientist has split from our life path. He was focused on his academic career, and we can see that he started neglecting Lena, which led to them breaking up. Okay, let's get back to the main life path of Jan and continue looking. This is the moment in his life when the financial crisis hit.
Yeah, Jan, he lost his job and he wasn't able to provide for their family. So it really started the arguments between them. But Lena got a great chance of a good work, a good position. They just had to move abroad, and Jan didn't really want to do it. But there is an alternative version of Jan who actually agreed to go, who agreed to move and let Lena take control of their financial situation.
Yeah, he looks like someone that might know Lena much better than our Jan. And he's also a botanist, which will help us deliver the better food that we promised the technician.
All right, so our altars are being created in the womb with the use of rapidium that we gather outside. It requires some time, so I think we should go to sleep now. It's getting quite late.
Yeah, and we'd like the players to create altars for different reasons. For information, like with the botanist, for the skills that they might have to boost our economy, but also out of pure curiosity, you know. What if Jan made this other choice? Who he would have become?
Okay, so we start a new day and we see a new altar is ready. Let's go and meet him.
I can see a notification that the miner has hurt himself.
Whenever something happens to them, we get a notification. We see Miner is in the kitchen. I think let's talk to the botanist first and we'll check on Miner afterwards. So one of the crucial moments in building the relationship with our altars is the first conversation that we have. That's when we learn for the first time how they behave. We get like bits of their personality, but it's also the moment when we decide how to onboard them in the current situation, and it will have an immediate effect on their emotional state. So we have to be careful in it.
What the hell? No, you're not hallucinating. Then who? Relax. I'll tell you everything. But right now, we need to focus on you, just to make sure you're all right. Can you answer a few questions for me? Okay. Do you remember who you are? I'm Jan Dolsky. And what is your role on this mission, Jan? I'm a botanist. So, wait, this is it? The mission? Did we land?
I'll try to calm him down a bit. This is a new situation for him.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we should reassure him that everything is fine.
So, where's the captain? I'm the captain in this base. But I don't get it. Why do you look like me? Are you real?
The important thing here is that different altars will have very different reactions when they wake up.
What's going on?
And sometimes they can get scared, they can be more emotional or more rational, like scientists, for example.
Why is this happening?
Sometimes being honest with them works better. Sometimes they prefer to hear the truth, even if it's painful or scary. It also allows us to give them our interpretation of what has happened in the story so far.
Doesn't make any sense. We're not exactly the same. Yes, we're different. You made different decisions in your life. I'm not sure I understand. You know what? I think you should just rest a little and read the mission logs. You'll find all the answers there. Sure. Yeah, mission logs. Why not? Hey, wait. If all this is... If I am... I mean... What about my wife? Where is she? I need to know.
Okay, it's clear that he really does know Lena, is very emotional about her. You know, I think we should be honest with him.
She's not exactly your wife. What are you? Are you kidding me? Okay. But that means
Okay, but at least he found something
she
positive in it,
exists. I
and
wanna see-
we hope that
Just take it easy.
it can motivate
She's back
him
on
to
Earth.
cooperate with us.
She may not be exactly.
Yeah,
as you
but
remember.
let's not push him too far on this first interaction. Let's
Too much.
give him some time to clear his head, and then later we can
What
inquire
is it
more
you
about
want from
Lena.
me anyway?
Right, the alters, they wake up into this crazy situation, and we need to give them some space. They need some time to adjust before we can go deep into our discussions and the things we may want
Like I
from
said,
them.
Rest, go through the logs, meet the rest of the crew, and let's talk again in a while. Yeah, I'll see you around.
Okay, I think it's time to check on the miner and see what's happening to him.
Yeah, he's in the kitchen.
Okay, so Miner did something horrible to himself, and this is clearly a consequence of the decision we made before. We took him off the mats, it pushed him to hurting himself, doing something horrible.
But why?
He clearly couldn't stand the pain, and we could do something else. We could let him have the drugs, but that could result in another accident or maybe even some worse consequences.
Yeah, and that was just one choice in one storyline of one of our authors, and you'll be able to explore them all in the full game.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoyed it today. The Alters demo is out on Steam right now, so you can check it for yourself, and thank you very much for joining us today.
Thanks, have a good one.